आरबीआई की तैयारी क्यों करनी चाहिए at this point of time? That is a big question that needs to be answered well. Because हर साल ये question आता है और हर साल every year a lot of students are unable to crack the examination just because they did not start at the right moment. Why? Because of FOMO, that the examination will not happen, that the vacancies will be less or more. We don't know what is going to happen, and in that uncertainty scenario, they are unable to take the decision to sit down and study. Where they're unable to do that, by the time the notification comes out, it's already too late. They've already lost a lot of ground. And even if they prepare then, they're not able to clear the examination. A minuscule are able to do it, but that is because of their accumulated knowledge of the past preparations and not just because they started 1 month back and it was possible to clear the examination in that time period. So let me explain to you, let me take you through a journey as to why you should be preparing for the upcoming examination. How to prepare? I've already talked about that in the recent past. You can go on my YouTube channel, keep watching those videos, understand the kind of timetable you need to create, the kind of method you need to follow in order to prepare more scientifically, in order to prepare well. For this session, I want to focus upon why is it important to start your preparations if you have not done that already. So let's talk about the first question, and that is expected vacancy info. Now, nobody knows clearly what is the expected vacancy going to be, and nobody knows whether there is going to be a vacancy or not. Let me be very clear about that. There are rumors about this, that it will not come, if it doesn't come, grade A will come, etc., etc. All those things are floating around on social media, especially on Telegram. But there is information which is yet unverifiable, but there is information floating around that RBI will not close the vacancy completely. There will be too much backlash, so they will keep hiring. Now, what are the options available? Grade B, they might keep hiring with the same level, about 66 plus vacancies, and there might also be grade A either along with that or separately with about 200, 250, whatever vacancies. So there are these two kinds of possibilities that RBI has. The expected vacancy nobody knows about, but based upon these rumors, based upon these informations that are coming from inside, we can be rest assured that there are high chances, if not complete certainty, there are high chances that it will happen. And if it happens, in what way can it happen? Grade B or grade A or both of them? Because it happens every year and expected vacancy information is already available, has already started coming out. The same happens every year. It makes all the more sense to sit and study, because every year students face the same problem. Every year there are a lot of students who give up. There are two kinds of students here. One is a student who gives up thinking that it will not come up. I don't want to be in that uncertain scenario, and therefore either let's do something else or just wait and watch. If you're waiting and watching, that's the worst case scenario. You better either prepare or you give it up and do something else with your life. And another student is जो लगे रहते हैं तो जो लगे रहते हैं उनका chances बढ़ जाते हैं automatically कि हो जाएगा, if they are given that they are working in the right direction, given that they are preparing scientifically, given that they are preparing well, given that they are consistent. तो आप इन दोनों में से किसी भी एक सिनेरियो को चूज कर सकते हो. Don't try to be in both the scenarios. Don't try to first give up and then when the notification comes out, then shift immediately to this. Make up your mind. It's very important to make up your mind and be certain what do you want to do with your life. Given that informations have started coming out, the boat might turn into any direction. Either it will not come or it will come. You need to be decided right now. You need to be clear about your decision. That's very important. If you're not clear about your decision, you are going to get hurt. You are going to suffer in the long run. You will end up feeling that you've wasted your entire year. I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to be in that scenario, in that boat. So decide right now whether you want to be this or you want to be this, but don't shift. Don't try to shift once the examination comes up, once the notification comes out. You decide one thing, stick with it for a while. Okay, that is number one. Let's come to the second point. Okay, so the first one was expected vacancy information. And the second point is every year the same rumors are seen. Every year the same rumors are seen. Now, I have been teaching for this examination almost for 9 years now, and I know by my experience that every year the same thing happens. People are talking about it and students are discussing, and students are very smart, they're not dumb. A lot of students on Telegram, what they do is they put posts out there that vacancy is not going to come this year, let's not waste our time, let's not prepare. What are they doing? They're cutting down the competition that they see. So instead of pulling themselves up, instead of making sure that they are studying harder, they're probably doing that as well, but they're smart, so they're also pushing people out of the competition race as well. A lot of smart people are doing that. Your objective, your purpose, your philosophy should be not to get into that trap, not to get stuck with that, because Telegram पे सारे students ही हैं. Even if a student is saying something, you don't know the credibility of that. So why to believe in it, or why to stick by it and decide your life at least for the next 2-3 months based upon another student's feedback? So you don't want to get into that rumor traps. Don't get into that trap, because it happens every year. Every year a lot of students drop out and they drop in again when the notification comes, and then they realize that they've lost the race because they've started preparing too late. You don't want to be one of those. It happens every year, so I know that a lot of students are still going to get into that trap. But people who are watching this, either आप लगे रहो या फिर आप give up करके कुछ और पकड़ो. Do something else with your life. Decide on some other examination. If you don't like the uncertainty of RBI, decide something else to do with your life, whether a job, whether a business, whether preparing for some other examination, anything. But if you feel that the uncertainty is not going to allow you to study, then do something which is more certain, and don't keep shifting between these two कि notification आ गया, अब 2 महीने पढ़ लेता हूँ, शायद हो ही जाए. Very minuscule chances of that happening, unless you're preparing very hard for some other examination like UPSC Civil Services, which is of an advanced level, similar level, advanced level. So when you're preparing for that, automatically a lot of subjects in RBI, you're already prepared. You have to now study some of the subjects, some of the current affairs. So unless you're doing that, I would not recommend to listen to these rumors, because it happens every year, and every year it destroys a lot of students' vision, a lot of students' aspiration and desire to prepare well to give this examination. If you want to give this examination, sit down and study. If you don't want, then don't do it, do something else. Okay, but don't get into this rumor trap. That's very, very dangerous for you. The third point is grade A. Now there are, again, this is all rumor, this is all very dispersed and unverifiable information, but this year we have something extra as well. Till last year we used to have information only about grade B. This year we have something happening in grade A as well. If, I'm again saying if, because even I don't know, even RBI doesn't know at this time. जब RBI को नहीं पता तो मुझे कैसे पता होगा? If tomorrow grade A comes, then the people, the students who will be preparing for grade B will have first mover advantage. तो आपको first mover advantage लेने के लिए, क्योंकि ये advantage आप चाह रहे हो, you want this advantage to be yours, तो ये advantage लेने के लिए थोड़ा risk भी लेना पड़ेगा. अब आपको return ज़्यादा चाहिए तो risk भी ज़्यादा लगेगा. That is the basic of financial management. I hope you know about that. Financial markets इसी तरह से काम करती हैं. Here also, if you want this first mover advantage, you have to take a higher risk. What is that higher risk? You have to keep preparing in the scenario of more uncertainty as well. If grade A comes, you will have a lot more advantage over other students. You will be in a beneficial position. You will be better prepared. You will have more chances of getting selected because you've already prepared for a higher level examination like grade B. So now you're in a better position to give the examination of grade A as well, which is certainly going to be a little easier. Even if the syllabus stays the same, high chances that the syllabus will stay the same. Even if that happens, you will have higher chances because the level is going to be a little easier than grade B, because this is assistant manager, grade B is manager. So because we know that the level is going to be certainly easier, why not take that advantage? Therefore, I feel that if grade A happens, there will be bumper, just like a bumper crop, there will be bumper vacancies, and you want to take that advantage of those bumper vacancies. So if you're a student who is fine with the uncertainty around the examination, then be ready for this as well. This can be an advantage that nobody thought about, that nobody talked about, or nobody thought to utilize this advantage. You have the opportunity of letting go of the uncertainties of those fears and waiting for this advantage. As very popularly said, good things happen to those who wait, who are patient, who are waiting for opportunities to come to them. This might be an opportunity. I'm again very cautious about it. I'm not saying it is going to happen. Might be an opportunity for you guys. You don't want to let it go past you. Just like last year, IRDAI became a big opportunity for a lot of aspirants who were preparing for grade B, who were preparing for NABARD, for SEBI. A lot of those aspirants grabbed onto IRDAI opportunity. After many years, 40, 50 vacancies came in. A lot of students grabbed that opportunity. Similarly, you might have this opportunity of this grade A also happening as well. You want to be ready. If that happens, you want to be ready. Just like in a war, before the war actually happens, the cavalry, the entire infantry, the entire artillery, the entire army, the entire navy and air force, everybody is ready that if war happens, then this is what we are going to do. This is how we are going to execute. अब सोचो वो आर्मी वाले सोचने लगे कि यार पता नहीं होगा कि नहीं होगा, तो अभी क्यों प्रिपेयर करें, अभी क्यों ट्रेन करें, जब होगा तब देख लेंगे. You know that when it happens, you will not be able to train yourself, you will not be able to deal with it if you're not prepared already. So keeping in mind that uncertainty, accepting that uncertainty, they prepare nonetheless, they train themselves nonetheless, and that is what gives them an advantage over the enemy, over the competitor here in this case. The last point that I want to bring out is other exams. Now, this is something that has increased in the last 2-3 years, especially. A lot of other examinations have started coming up. Now, IRDAI has already said that for the next 2-3 years, we are going to keep hiring 40 people, 40 students every year. IFSC has been coming out regularly, lesser vacancies, but it's a good opportunity because as a regulator, as an organization, IFSC is also growing slowly and steadily. After that, we have NABARD. We know that NABARD comes every year. So these are examinations which are already happening every year. More certainty of these examinations, in fact, almost 100% certainty of these examinations taking place. When you're preparing for RBI, you're automatically preparing for these exams as well. So even if RBI does not happen and the scenario कि आपने बोला कि मैं लगे रहूंगा, मैं prepare करते रहूंगा, you will be ready for these exams. So when the notification for these exams come out, you will be ready, you will be prepared, you can just go out there and perform. That is the advantage that you will have over other aspirants जो uncertainty में prepare नहीं कर पाए या uncertainty में उन्होंने give up कर दिया. And now when the notification has come out, now they are thinking, let me start preparing now that the notification is out. 40, 50, 100, 200, whatever the vacancies might be. You want to take advantage of this in advance rather than waiting for it to happen and then doing something about it. You don't want that to happen. Believe me, understand, proactivity goes a very long way. On the other hand, reactiveness, where something happens to you and then you react, does not go a very long way. It often results in failure. Even if not failure, it does not result in satisfaction of any kind. It often results in disappointment of all different kinds. So these 4 points, I believe, can help you decide, can help you be more clear about what do you want to do with your life in 2025. Do you want to continue in the corporate sector? Do that wholeheartedly. There's nothing wrong with that. You want to prepare for other more certain examinations? Do that very wholeheartedly. Do not think about this examination. If I think about this exam, then these are the pros, these are the cons. मैंने सारे list down कर दिए हैं आपके सामने. The decision is ultimately yours. You have to decide what direction do you want to take your life, what direction do you want to take your career. But whatever you do it with certainty, do it with conviction. Be very clear as to what are you doing and why are you doing it. Confusion की बोट में रहोगे तो वो टंबल होके गिर जाएगी, पानी में डूब जाओगे. स्विमिंग भी आती है अगर, तो स्विम करके शोर तक जाने में बहुत समय लगेगा. You don't want to put in that effort. Instead, get in a boat which is more stable. तो अगर कल को tides high भी होते हैं, your boat doesn't tumble down. You're safe inside your boat. Probably instead of a boat, you have a ship, which is more certain, bigger and larger. And वो बड़ी ship कैसे बनेगी? Through preparation, through your studies, by sitting down and studying. That is the only way that you can convert your boat into a ship. There is no other way around it. So that is all from my side. I am very sure कुछ clarity आई होगी. I personally feel you prepare if you are convinced that if RBI exam doesn't happen, grade B doesn't happen, then grade A might happen. I will be ready for it. Grade A doesn't happen, grade B doesn't happen, then IRDI is bound to happen, NABARD is bound to happen, IFSC is bound to happen. I will take advantage of those examinations. If you feel that that is your direction, if you feel that that is your heart wants to do that, then do it well. Okay, do not be in both the boats, do not be confused. Confusion often results in a lot of mishappenings in life, a lot of non-preparation, a lot of failures also in life because of that confusion. Be very clear about your direction of career. When you are clear, something hits, something works out. So that is all from my side. I am very sure that you learned something new and you became more clear about this examination. If you have anything to say, you want to ask anything, put it down in the comment section below. I will try and answer as many questions as possible through various other videos in the future as well. Keep studying hard. All the best. Bye bye. Jai Hind.